Michael, what are the top 3 actions business owners can take to protect their business that also creates some value for their company? Welcome to Maximize Business Value Podsnack, a bite-sized version of the Maximize Business Value podcast, because sometimes you just don't have time for a full podcast meal.
Know what's important to your company. Know what your crown jewels are, because that gives you the ability to focus on what's really important to me. Because people look at, oh, if I got to build all this resiliency stuff and planning stuff, I don't have time for that. It's like, and I can't afford it. It's like, great. I agree. Don't do that. Just figure out what the real key items are. What would really take you offline for 5 days and really create your business. So that's 1. 2, create a plan and document it. You don't have to create a 50-page behemoth tome of the ages. Create something relatively small, something that, hey, here are the steps. Here are the phone numbers of the people to call. Here's what we want our employees to do. Here's what we want our clients to do. Here's our communication plan. You don't want to be doing that, when the lights are out. And then the 3rd item is test the plan. Really test it and really understand really where your shortcomings are. And again, doesn't have to be long, doesn't have to be a quarterly thing, although quarterly is great, but ideally once a year. If you could test once a year, document it, it's great. And then let me just add one more thing, because I think this really adds to the value, is promotion of your program. Go to your clients, go to your partners and say, by the way, I want to let you know this is what we do to protect our business, because we value you as a partner and we value you as a client. And we're going to be there for you. And by the way, it's more than lip service. And here's why. And then ask them, now, what are you doing?
I love that. I love that, because is there any stats on what percentage of businesses actually do this in advance? It's got to be very small.
It's very small, but we are finding more and more companies, for example, they'll have a spreadsheet and they'll have 50 questions on the spreadsheet, and they'll say, please, before we sign that $250,000 contract or that $5 million contract, please answer these 50 questions. And there'll be things like, do you have a disaster recovery plan? Do you have a business continuity plan? Do you have a cybersecurity policy? If you want cyber insurance and you want the best rate on your cyber insurance, the underwriters will give you a questionnaire that asks these exact questions.
Yep. Like, so even doing these things, I think, to your point here on the promotion, that puts you in a very elite group of small percentage of businesses that actually do this stuff. And it really can be a key differentiator from your competition, because
Exactly.
so few people actually do that. I love that. Good. Are you hungry for more? Check out our next pod snack, or you can enjoy the value size Maximize Business Value podcast wherever you found this podcast.